each of us homeschool our children, and we find ourselves homeschooling other people's children at times in co-ops or online, or grandchildren for Camille. And yet, while we're teaching other people, what has the Lost Tools done for us as daughters of God, wives, mothers, friends? How has this impacted us?
Well, I'll start with the smallest one.
Okay.
My house is more organized than it used to be.
Because I can know how to sort.
Yes, I know how to sort, finally. And, I used to have all these things out, like, I can't decide what to do with this. I can't decide what to do with that. And now I can decide, and I can put things away. It's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree. I think it was funny going through the apprenticeship.
Mm-hmm.
About somewhere in year 2, my husband, all on his own, was like, having conversations with you is different. I had become a better listener. I asked more questions. Maybe he was talking about something from work, whereas before I probably just threw out my opinion. Instead, I didn't realize it. I was gathering information so I could think about it and then make the decision.
About what
not the cart before the horse. So that is true. That's absolutely true. And he would still say that. So it's good for marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a better reader.
Mm.
I remember being frustrated in high school because there seemed to be a student or two that always understood more, or could make these comparisons, or just come out with some really beautiful theme or expression from the play or the book that we were reading. But now when I read or watch movies, these things just happen naturally. The fruit of those common topics, I'm not sure you see them in that first year. You may, that's awesome. I don't know if I saw them that first year for myself. It was just after practice, like we've been saying, repetition, that my brain just kind of woke up. I love being a better reader. That's an absolute joy. It's an absolute joy. I love I think my communication with my children is better even, because instead of, jumping the gun and passing a judgment when I don't have all the information, it just is much more natural now to ask questions and to talk about it, and then to decide. It's amazing what this has brought into my home.
So for me, I would echo both of those things. That it's impacted my organization within my home. It's impacted my marriage and my conversations with my husband, and with my children, but also with my friends. And so with these tools, I started a book club with just anybody who wanted to read good books with me. And so I did it within my church so that we weren't all homeschoolers. Some of us homeschooled, some of us didn't, some of us were grandparents and empty nesters and what have you. And so I brought these tools to those discussions. And that has been wonderful. And it's been something that we've enjoyed and want to continue. And so it's helped me to also develop some friendships in there with people who hold me accountable to my thinking. You're saying this, but have you thought about the other side? Because we know we should now, right? And so somebody's checking on me and making sure how am I thinking? And so that's been a real blessing through this. And I think a piece of that would be like you shared, April, the apprenticeship, because that was where I deepened my understanding of the Lost Tools. So in some way, it's hard for me to separate that.
And you're with others who are doing the same thing, so you're learning and encouraging each other together in community. The apprenticeship, the community that I had for those few years, I couldn't have deepened my understanding without having that regular conversation with others who are on the same journey and at different levels, because there's first year, second years, third years. And so you get to experience Lost Tools and teaching in a new way every year.
Yeah. Thank you.